Welcome to MacArthur. I'm your principal, Zarek Lake, and I am so excited that you guys have chosen to be with us this school year. I am standing in front of our front door. It's the D-wing door. This is our front. This is actually door 28. Door 28 is our 4th and 5th grade entrance. But it also is our front door for all our visitors when we have visitors coming up. Just to give, what we're going to do today, we're just going to go through and give you a wonderful tour of our facilities for our new families and our old families who may have forgotten. So starting this year, we're actually going to have different entrances for all our grade levels. And so since we're here at door 28, those students who will come to door 28, we have our 4th graders and our 5th graders. So we will actually have our 4th graders line up on this side. If you can actually go down and see, this is actually our front. We'll have our 4th graders line up on this side and actually have our 5th graders line up at 8:05. We're asking everyone to get out of their cars and just line up, or it could be a little before 8:05. But we're asking once they get here to line up. We do have a special treat where we're offering breakfast, and breakfast is going to be at 7:50. So if you do want to eat breakfast, be here at 7:50, and we'll let you get in line, and you'll come in and go to the South Commons, and it'll grab and go. So you'll grab and sit down, eat your breakfast quickly, and be ready for school. There will be a first bell at 8:05. That'll be our first bell. Our second bell will be at 8:10, and our final bell, which is our tardy bell, will be at 8:15. At 8:05, we'll let all the kids go in. They'll line up by their classroom, and they'll stand there until their teacher actually greets them. Come on with me. We're going to walk around, and I'm going to show you all the doors of all the grade levels. Get door 27. Door 27 will be for our 3rd graders. 3rd graders will line up along this fence, and they'll just line up right here, and 3rd graders will come through door 27. Now, we do have our wonderful playground, and so 3rd grade will just continue to line up. We'll probably have 2 lines so it doesn't get too long. But we're going to go now down to our 2nd grade, 1st grade, and kindergarten doors where you're going to enter into. So the first door you'll see right here in front is door 23. This is actually our 1st grade door that the students are into. So it'll be great to actually, you can park here and bring them up to the door. Be careful, there will be traffic. Or you can be staged right along the curb, let your kid out, and just let them go right to the door and line up. We prefer that every time you let a kid out, that you're letting them out on the curb side only. Do not let them out into the street. So 23, 1st grade. Door 24 will be our kindergartners. And that is actually right here. And so our kindergartners will line up right here. And we also have door 25, which is for our 2nd grade. Now, once in the building, teachers will actually guide them and escort them to their classroom. 2nd graders will go right up to the 2nd floor to their classrooms. The kindergarten and 1st graders will go right around the corner to their classrooms. All right, now we're at our 8th grade entry. That's right, 8th graders, you get your own exclusive entrance into middle school. And so it will be door 31. It is actually in our C wing. This is our C entrance, but door 31 is where you'll go into school. And now remember, when you go into school, make sure you actually go to your locker and you're putting your lunch and your cell phone in the locker. Lock your locker with the combination lock, and then you'll proceed to your 1st hour class, which is your HA. And so you can take your book bag, get all your items for your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and 4th hour. And so make sure you have all that information in your book bag. Once you go to lunch, you'll go back to your locker, put your book bag up, grab your lunch, And then once you eat your lunch, after lunch, you'll go back to your locker to put your things up, grab your book bag for the remainder of the day. The next time you'll go to your locker is right before academic enrichment. And so you want to make sure you are not going to your lockers any other times of the day. That's at the beginning of the day, before lunch, after lunch, and at the end of the day before your academic enrichment. Now let's walk over to where the 6th and 7th graders will enter. Now we are at our 6th and 7th grade entrance. And if you can come on this way, you're going to come through the D-Wing parking lot or the G-Wing parking lot, whatever you call it. But it's close to the D-Wing door. That parking lot, you will let your kids off. They will come out, come down, and they will enter through door 35. And so our 6th and 7th graders will enter this door. This door leads to the first classroom is Mrs. Christie. So it's the door closest to Mrs. Christie's classroom. All right, 4th and 5th graders, once you're inside the building, what you need to do is come over here, grab 2 squirts of hand sanitizer, and make sure that you rub it in, get it real good, and you're going to actually proceed up this way through here, and you're going to go upstairs. You always walk on the right side. We're here at door 27 where the 3rd graders will enter. The 3rd graders will come through this door. Once again, when they get upstairs, they're going to actually get their hand sanitizer squirt at the top. And so we're going to go up right, we're going to walk to the right, go up to the stairs, and you're going to go to your class and just line up in front of your class and be waiting to be greeted by your teacher. All right, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, you're going to walk on the right side of the hallway. Now, walking on the right side of the hallway is where you want to do for while you're in the hall, on the stairwells, but you want to make sure you're walking on the right side. You're going to go up. Now, for my 3rd graders, when you come up here, this is your opportunity to get your 2 squirts, rub it in, and make sure that you rub it in good and that you have your hand sanitizer. And you want to practice that all the time. And one other thing I want to make sure you understand. You see how my mask is on? It's covering my nose, it's covering my mouth, it's covering my face. And so you want to make sure you're wearing your mask like this, and not below your nose, not under your nose or wherever. You just want to make sure it's covering your mouth and your nose. So, 3rd graders who are either Ms. Matillo's or Benson's class, you will wait right here and line up and wait for your teacher to receive you. Remember, you're coming in at 8:05, and that's the time where you'll be able to come in, get your hand sanitizer, and just wait right here until Ms. Benson receives you. Other grades, you'll go find your teacher, line up until they actually tell you what needs to happen. Now, for parents, I know you're wondering, what does the school look like? Well, we're at the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade hallway. And as you can see, we have Ms. Matillo's class, we have Ms. Benson's class, we also have Mrs. Smith's class. And what I'm going to do is, we're just going to peek into a couple of classrooms and just see how they look. So this is our Title I teacher, Mrs. Smith. She does phenomenal work with pushing in and pulling out with our students. And so this is her classroom, and kids will have a great time just with her and learning and growing. We're going to go over here to one of our 3rd grade classrooms. This is one of our 3rd grade classrooms. If you're in Ms. Benson's class, you see it's already set up, ready for our students to be received. And so this is one of the classrooms and how they look and how they're set up. And we're just going on a brief tour so that you can have an idea of what to expect, what to see. We have our 5th grade classrooms as well up here on the 2nd floor. we have our second grade classroom. We can kind of peek in there just to see how things are progressing. And this is one of our second grade classrooms. And so the desks, as you can see, they do have their desk shields. And if I could just show you how they look. The desk shields will go on the desk like this. And they will be like this where students can work, free in their space. So like I said, we have our second, third, fourth, and fifth graders in this area. Let's come on down. We also have Ms. Gertie Andrews' class up here. We have Ms. Pass' class up here. And so we also have Ms. Carpenter's class, which is a fifth grade classroom. And one of the things I want to bring up is that before you enter the class, one of the cool things you need to do, because we already came upstairs, we got hand sanitizer, it's always great before you go into the classroom, get your 2 squirts, clean your hands. Sanitizing your hands is a great thing, but sanitizer is great, but when you have opportunities to go to the bathroom and wash your hands, that is the best option for you. And so this is one of our fifth grade classrooms, Ms. Carpenter's room. And so we're just kind of showing you so you can have an idea of what the classrooms look like so far. They're not totally finished with most of them, but this is how some of the classrooms will look. All right, and the last classroom that we'll kind of visit up here is L. Williams' classroom. Now remember, once you enter a classroom, you want to get your 2 squirts, go into the classroom, and this is actually a 4th grade classroom. This is Miss L. Williams' class, and this is how her desks are set up for right now. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go downstairs to our lower L, our kindergartner and 1st grade classroom, so that you can see how those look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the hallway, actually the stairwell, where our 2nd graders are going to come in. Remember, this is door 25, and we were outside before, but now that we're inside, this is door 25. When the 2nd graders come in, the first thing they want to do, grab 2 squirts, and then they're going to proceed up the steps on the right side and go to their classroom. Now, we're going to actually visit this is our actual lower L hallway, and we're going to visit some of our kindergarten and 1st grade classrooms so that you can just see how they're set up. I know you're kind of concerned and anxious, and I know some of our new parents have never been here, and you really don't know what the building looks like, so we're just kind of giving you this virtual tour so that you can kind of see what the hallways look like and some of the classrooms. Let's go into Ms. Boyage's class. She's also known as Miss B. So as you can see, this is one of our kindergarten classrooms. So anyway, this is Miss B's classroom. You can see how she has her plexiglass set up at the classroom level. So your kids will have some type of security and talking and working at their desk. But this is Miss B's classroom, one of our kindergarten class. We're now going to kind of travel through her classroom and just go into Ms. Davenport's classroom and see her setup as well. And Ms. Davenport is here working tirelessly to get her room together for you guys on Monday. But this is actually Mrs. Davenport's classroom. What we're going to do is go outside, and just so you know, these 3 rooms are connected, but now we're just going to go outside so you can see the hallway and how they're connected in our hallway. So we were just down here at the 2nd grade entrance. Ms. B's classroom is down there. We have Ms. Davenport's class right here. And now we're going to go into Mrs. Grady's classroom. Once again, what do we do when we enter a classroom? 2 squirts. This is a first grade classroom, and so we are going to just welcome all our first grade classrooms. We have a ton of first grade students this year, and so we actually have 3 classrooms, and so we'll be able to get to see those in a few minutes. All right, now we're in Mrs. Charles' classroom. This is another first grade classroom, and so as you can see, our first grade classrooms and our kindergarten classrooms are kind of very spacious, so kids will have an opportunity to have just a ton of space to kind of spread out, but this is Mrs. Charles' classroom. I do want to say that we do have a third first grade classroom, and it's actually around the corner on this side. And let's go, it used to be, if you know, it used to be our TLC room, which is our Teaching and Learning Center, so we had to convert it into a first grade classroom. And so currently right now, this is Mrs. Molner's classroom, and it's for our first graders, and this is how the first grade classroom looked for her class. All right, so before we travel over to our middle school side, what we want to do now is actually show you where our main office is. So if you come through, it's actually I believe it's door 28, where the 4th and 5th graders are coming in. You would actually come through that door, and you will see a sign that says the main office. And we have 2 of our wonderful secretaries. We have Roberta Phillips and Lakita Phillips, who will be here as our new secretary. So they'll be in the office, and we'll just show you around in the main office so you can see how it looks and how things are going. And so this is our main office. We have Ms. Phillips. She's behind, as you can see, she's behind her glass. She's working hard as well. And so this is our main office, and we're going to actually come on over here. We got Mr. Lake's office. It's right here. We have a lounge area over there. We have Mr. Solomon's office right here. And then we have our wonderful counselor, Mrs. Harper. And so this is our main office. And so a lot of parents right now, when you're able to come in, this is where you'll come to notify me, to get in contact with me or Mr. Solomon, or just need to get some information. And that's so, as you know, right now parents aren't allowed in the building, but hopefully that will be lifted sometime in the near future. All right. Now we're going to actually go see our South Commons, where we eat breakfast and lunch, and sometimes have some meetings, school-wide meetings. But we're also going to see our vocal music room and also our instrumental room down here as well. And then after that, we're going to go and see the middle school side. Now, our cafeteria is not what it's going to look like on Monday morning, but I do want to just give you an opportunity to see the space, and so we'll just go in there for right now. And so this is our South Commons. It's our cafeteria. We do hold some meeting places here, but as you can see, we do have tables down there, and those tables will be down, ready to receive our students to eat breakfast and lunch. Now remember, breakfast and lunch are free this year. So if you do want to eat breakfast, you can come in at 7:50, and then I think lunch for elementary is going to start at 11 o'clock. Right across from our lunchroom, we actually have Mr. Willis's room, who is our vocal music director. And so this is his room, this is his space where we have vocal music. We also has piano in here. And so this is just his space and how it's set up for now. But your son or daughter, K-8, will probably have some type of vocal music or instrumental music class. Now we're going to travel on down to Mr. Luce's class. He also does elementary music, but he also is our middle school band teacher. And so once again, when you go into a classroom, you give yourself 2 squirts, rub it in, and we're going to go into Mr. Luce's classroom. This is Mr. Luce's class. This is his band classroom. As you can see, we have the stands, Band is only for right now, it's for middle school, but there are K-5 students who will have instrumental music where they kind of play some other instruments other than band instruments. Now, going down here, the next door we're going to see, and we're entering in our middle school hallway, we're actually going to see the 8th grade door is right here. And so this is the 8th grade door, and we just want to be mindful of this door. The students, the 8th graders, will come down here. They will go to their lockers. Remember, they're going to their lockers, putting up their phone and their lunches. And so once they do that, they'll go to their first hour class, and we'll make sure that the teachers are there to let them enter into the classroom. All right, now, this is the first floor of the middle school hallway. We have our art room on this floor. We also have our science classrooms, our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science classroom on this hallway as well. And so, and we also have Spanish on this floor as well. So there will be, your son or daughter may have Spanish as well. And so this is just the first hallway for the middle school. We're actually going to go up and see on the inside where the 6th and 7th graders enter and where they're actually, how they'll go up the steps or come around to their lockers if they're on the first floor. I will show you one of the classrooms, which is Miss Christie's classroom. It's a science classroom. And so this is Mrs. Christie's classroom. So 6th, 7th grade 6th and 7th grade science is actually Mrs. Christie. All right, we're going to head upstairs and see the rest of the middle school hallway where we have 6th, 7th grade math, and 8th grade math, 6th, 7th, 8th grade English, social studies. They're all on the second floor. And also, this is the door, and I'm going to get the number for you. All right, door 35. This is where the 6th and 7th graders will come in. They will either go this way to their locker, or they will actually go to the steps. And so remember, always walking to the right of the steps. Once the students are up, once again, we have hand sanitizer. You'll get your 2 squirts. Wash your hands. We'll have we have our math classrooms up here. We have our technology classroom, and we'll just peek our head in there for a minute. And so we're getting our computer lab together. This is technology. Wonderful technology teacher, Ms. Green. Ms. Green. We have our PE classroom. We have our math department up here, social studies. But this is how the middle school hallway will look. Here's one of our middle school teachers, Mr. McCann. He's working hard, getting his room together.
How's everything going?
Good, we're just doing the tour.
Yeah, excellent.
All right.
The virtual tours.
Yes, it is. And so Mr. McCann actually teaches 6th grade social studies?
Yeah, 6th grade, 4th grade.
Yep, so he'll be our 6th grade social studies teacher. We also have 8th grade up here, social studies. We have algebra. And so this is our middle school hallway. And so, as you can see, most of our teachers are gone right now, but they will be here on Monday, ready to receive you. All right, MacArthur families, listen, we heard you in all our meetings that we had, our virtual meetings. You wanted at least some type of virtual walkthrough. And so hopefully you found this beneficial for your families, all new families. We know you're concerned, but hopefully this video will kind of calm those concerns just a little bit. And so we're going to just love on your kids. We're going to just welcome them, and just we're so excited to have you. So this is our opportunity to show our school so that you can see it. Please make sure you fill out your annual information update on MyStar. Make sure you signed up for Remind. Make sure you're getting my weekly newsletters. It's vitally important that you get that information because that's how we're communicating. If you are not, please email me or give me a call. You can also get all the information here at MacArthur. Our MacArthur phone number is 248-746-8590. So once again, 248-746-8590. Well, we're super excited that you guys are going to be here on Monday. We look forward to you being here. Have a great afternoon and evening.